Hey everybody, how's it going? So Spider-Man Far From Home is now out and it's almost actually at $1 billion, which is just crazy. But now that it's been out for a little while, Jake Gyllenhaal and other cast members are feeling more relaxed about talking potential spoilers like the ending and things like that. Now when talking about the post-credit scene with the faked video and stuff like that, Jake Gyllenhaal says, well, I just love great endings that refer back to other great endings. The first movie, Spider-Man Homecoming, was great like that. I also love the end of Prisoners. I love those kind of cliffhanger moments. So often we're used to the same structure, particularly in larger movies, and it takes a lot of courage to leave those kind of cliffhangers. The way I look at it is twofold. Mysterio exists as someone to teach Peter a lesson. In my opinion, there's no use for a straight up bad guy unless there's a lesson to be learned. And the lesson, particularly for Peter, is that growing up is for real. The truth of it is, if I had to go back to earlier work that I did, the thing I love about adolescence and was terrible about adolescence is that you grow up and the world becomes totally unclear. One of the things I loved about playing Donnie Darko when I was Tom's age was that it portrayed adolescence in a way that I had not experienced throughout high school movies. The courage that the filmmakers had in Far From Home was basically to say, we're going to bring in a villain that's going to turn Peter's world upside down and force him to be who he actually is to the real world. Nothing's a secret anymore. That was amazing. As an audience member, not as the person who played Mysterio, I believe in Peter Parker and I believe in Spider-Man, his power and how strong he is. What Mysterio reveals will end up helping Peter, somewhere, and he'll learn from it. Those are the best characters. The characters who teach our heroes a lesson don't always have to be like Obi-Wan. So that's obviously a really interesting way of looking at it. I wonder if this is one of the things that they mentioned to Jake Gyllenhaal to really convince him to take on the role, considering Jake Gyllenhaal is quite a unique talent in a sense where he's notoriously a little pickier about certain roles versus others, like he'll turn something down no problem. But at the same time, if he accepts a role, he will destroy that role. Like he will just chew all of his lines up and just give you the best performance you could possibly imagine, while probably adding something that you never even expected to it. Like with Mysterio, he added a few just little things that just added more to the performance, whether it was making sure Mysterio had facial hair to give him a little bit more gruff, whether it's that, whether it's campaigning for the fishbowl in the more traditional looking outfit. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal just, he was probably the best possible actor they could have gotten specifically for the role of Quentin Beck besides, I guess, Bruce Campbell. But leave your comments down below. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about Jake Gyllenhaal's viewpoint on the ending and Mysterio's character and how he kind of impacted Spider-Man throughout this movie? Like, I do think I agree with the whole, teaching a lesson and stuff like that. However, I'm not sure if I agree how quickly they decided to go that route. I think it would have been nice if maybe they built up the Sinister Six a little bit more, and then the movie right before Sinister Six reveals Spider-Man's identity. So just like in the Ultimate Comics, you could do a thing where now Peter's identity is known, the Sinister Six go after him. All things considered, we'll see how it goes, but comment below your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think? And we'll see you guys later.